Egyptian gods. Go and find out about the Egyptian gods. Which ones do you like the look of, and what were they gods of? How to make an Egyptian god mask.
Make sure when you're drawing your Egyptian god or goddess, you have a real clear image of what they are going to look like. I'm just making this one up, but I'd like you to really look in all the source books for information about what these gods and goddesses actually looked like. I'm basing this one on Tutankhamun, who you know was not a god, but actually I'm not very good at drawing the gods, so this is why I'm taking the easy option, especially not on this iPad. Okay, so have a really good think about how you want it to look. Think about the colours that you want when you colour it in. Okay? Think about which bits you're going to want to make bigger and which bits you're going to want to make stand out when you do your paper mache. I also want you to all make completely sure that your paper mache masks are going to be far, far better than this rubbish drawing.
When you're sure about the mask that you want to make and you've got your picture all sorted and ready, go and get yourself a balloon and blow it up so it's about mask size. You also need to have a mixture of PVA glue and water, a paintbrush and some newspaper. By the way, mask size means about the size of your head. Your balloon will probably look a little bit like this when you first start. You need to do about 3 layers of the paper mache onto the balloon. So first of all, get your strips of newspaper and dunk them into your PVA and water mixture. Start by doing 1 layer of newspaper across your balloon and then think about the features that you might want to add to your balloon. Are you going to need some ears or maybe a nose? You can add bits onto your balloon, like maybe the inner tube of a toilet roll or a bit of scrunched up newspaper. Use some sellotape or some glue to try and get the shape before you then start layering more pieces of newspaper over the top to create a smooth surface for your paper mache. Once you've covered your balloon in paper mache and it's hanging up ready to dry, think about the sort of headdress that your god or goddess might have. Are you going to need to put a big cardboard surround on it, like the headdress of Tutankhamun? Or are you going to have to put ears on it? Or maybe one of those long chin thingy-majiggies? By the way, can you find out what that's called? I'd like to know. So you can start designing the background for the mask or the headdress. So if your ears are too big to add with a bit of scrunched up newspaper or a bit of toilet roll on the side of your balloon, then you can do them separately on your headdress. Headdress background thingamajiggy. So basically what you're aiming to do is make something a little bit like this. So you've got your balloon mask, that's this bit here. And then this bit here around the outside will be your cardboard, okay? So whilst this bit here is drying and still looks like lots of layers of newspaper on a balloon, you can get on with doing this bit, and then at a later date they'll all be stuck together. Are you completely amazing? Can you make something like this one maybe? Or maybe something like this one. You can see on this one that he has got a really well-formed nose and some lips here. And then the nose goes up to his eyebrows. Think about how you might form this when you're making your paper mache balloon. You might build this up with a bit of scrunched up paper and build his lips up here as well. I'm saying his, it might be a her. Build this up and then start to layer bits of newspaper over the top so you get a really good smooth finish. And there you have it, your super duper ancient god or goddess mask type thingamajiggy. Here's one that Bobby made earlier. Now, let's have a quick recap. So, time for a quick recap. I'm not going to sing you a song, so just imagine it. Here you have one of the Greek gods, okay? So pick yourself a god, draw your picture, think about him or her and how you're going to recreate this god or goddess in a mask form. Next, get yourself a balloon and blow it up so it's about the size of your head. Once you've got your balloon sorted, you need to get yourself some newspaper. Rip your newspaper into little bits, or just strips, so that you can start sticking them over the surface of your balloon. To stick the newspaper to the balloon, you're going to need some glue. Your teacher would have mixed this already for you. It will be a bit of glue and a bit of water, so it's nice and thin for you to dunk the newspaper into the glue and then put good strips of it all across your balloon to start making the base of your mask. Remember, you're only going to need one layer on the balloon first, and then you need to build up the bits for your nose or for your eyes or for your ears or however you've decided to do it. Don't forget, you need to have a really clear image in your mind of what you want your mask to look like. Think about the shape of the mask part on the balloon. Think about what bits you're going to need to add to that balloon and that bit of paper mache. Think about the outside of your headdress, the bit around the outside that you only need to make from cardboard. Because once you've done that bit with the cardboard and you've done the bit with the mask, then you can just stick the two together. Once they're all stuck together, then you can have the real fun, which is painting them. Now we're going to get loads of gold paint and loads of sparkly bits to make your masks look truly amazing. And just to finish off, there might be a prize for the best mask in the year. There might also be a prize for the second and the third best masks in the year. So good luck, guys. I hope you enjoy this task.